So you guys are implementing people right with agendas, setting expectations, making sure they understand what's next and what's going to happen. I mean, I went through with Clifford Law Offices here in Chicago. I think there might have been a year or more that I didn't hear back from my attorney. And I was pretty damn steamed about it. And when he did eventually call me or I called him or whatever, I kind of had it out with the guy. And it wasn't about, and he's like, well, there was nothing to report. I go, well, then tell me that. You know, it's been a year. I haven't heard from you. All right. So you guys get the gist. The next part of this is, all right, you implemented, you've got this great new client you guys worked so hard for. We want to retain. How do we retain? Well, come up with a plan. This is separate from the plan that we created together. This is separate from your business development plan, although they might leak in together a little bit. If you have your own clients, this is what you want to do. This will take you 15 minutes. Okay. First, understand that they're not all created equal. A client that did 5,000 with you 5 years ago isn't the same as someone who's giving you 200,000 in business a year. Okay. They're just not created equal. So we want to look at putting a client retention plan. Number one is, can you rate your clients A, B, and C? What are those definitions? We did this with some of you guys in your plan. Kevin, what's
No,
that?
I'm
A, B,
sorry.
and C?
Yeah. No, I don't have a comment.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm asking you anyway. What would an A client look like for you? A B client look like? C client look like?
Yeah, I did this. So the A's are the clients that are kind of your gravy clients. B's are kind of the next tier, and C's are more, you know, hit and miss.
Yeah, but you're not going to spend the same amount of time and energy on all of them, right?
No.
No. Okay. So think about the relationship and the possible opportunities. If you've got a really good client that thinks you're great and they know a ton of people, that's going to be a really good A opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And then develop a plan for each group. The A's get more attention than the C's. It's this simple. Take out a piece of paper, draw 2 lines down the middle, and say, look, these are my A's, these are my B's, these are my C's. My A clients are going to get something, my B clients are going to get something, and my C clients are going to get something. But again, you're going to do more for the A's over the course of a month or a year than for the C's. Now, what's something that they all can get is a newsletter. You don't have to differentiate between your A, B, and C's on a newsletter. The fact that they're seeing your name, the fact that you're giving them valuable information, helpful tips, cooking tips, whatever you want to give them, that's your newsletter. That's a way of touching them all. Same thing with LinkedIn and social media. Something as simple as connecting with them on social media, commenting on their posts if there's a comment. Okay. Holiday gift, holiday card, no holiday gift or card. I'm not a big fan of holiday gifts anymore. That used to be a thing for me, but I found that it was just a big expense and nobody really was that happy or grateful for it. So I was like, maybe just a personal letter for me is more impactful than a holiday gift. But some of you guys have budgets, your firms have budgets. You may want to consider doing something like this. So let's say you only have 10 A's. Well, that's going to cut back on your expense. 10 A's at $100 an A, that's $1,000. The B's are going to get a card, that's $50, and the C's don't get crap. A monthly email, a check-in email, like John said earlier, like information, like what's new in the market, what's interesting, what did you something you want to send them that's going to be of value. Maybe the B's get a quarterly. Calls, same thing. Lunches. Okay, the C's, no lunch for you. Okay, so it's up to you, but ultimately this is the social component aligned with the business component. Okay, so again, this is not where you create the list of A's, B's, and C's. That's separate. This is something where you just decide, what am I going to do for each of these groups? And if you think this takes a lot of time, it actually limits your time because most of it's going to be spent on the automation, like the gifts, the newsletter, the emails, and some of it's going to be your actual time. But if John's only got 10 people and he's got to meet them quarterly for lunch, well, that may not be a big deal versus trying to meet with 50 people for lunch.